Welcome to Subramani. I'm on a vacation. I'm in Corbett. You can see this, right? I'm. This is of course a hotel. You can't see some great scenery behind me. I was thinking about some of the retirement mistakes. See, when I'm an outstation place and I have to think about topics where I don't need much support in terms of my laptop and all that. I do carry my laptop, but this is not a this is an podcast that I'm doing without much research. I have done an article on this, so therefore I'm reading out from that article more than talking about it. But anyway, it's an emotional topic, and I'm good at it. Let's face it. So. What are some of the retirement mistakes that I'm making? That I am seeing people make. So first is relocating on a whim. Don't relocate so easily, right? So think about it much harder than what you want to, than what you do. So one thing which at least I know a lot of Tamilians do is trying to shift to say Coimbatore, right? You may not like the place. Everybody likes it is not true. There are many senior citizen homes. Does not mean that you will like the place. Also, secondly, you may not, the place that you like at 60 may not be the place that you like at 80. The weather that you like at 60 may not be the weather that you like at 80. The weather that you can stand at 60 may be different from the weather that you want to stand at 80, right? You may want a big house when you are 40 or 50, maybe trying to show off. At 60, you want a smaller house to be maintained, right? At 80, you want even smaller, maybe you want just one room in which you live because you've lost your spouse. So think about all this. Don't be in a hurry to relocate. In your 40s, 50s, go and shop for old age homes. Perfectly all right. But don't commit to anything. Don't buy when you are 59. Buy it only when you're 61 or 62 and ready to move, right? So relocating on a whim is not something which you should do. So this is first mistake which I see people in my own house have made, and then they have also gone to places where let's say Sringeri. Sringeri is not a very expensive place to live, and if you are a bhakt of the Shankaracharya, it's a fantastic place to go to, right? I've been there last month. I think last month I was there. It's a super place. Is that a place where you will be able to live for the rest of your life when you're 85? I have my doubts. When you're 84, I have my doubts. You will need an establishment in Mumbai or Delhi or Chennai, wherever you have lived your life. So relocating could be a problem. So don't do that. Second, non-finance people, especially if you have children who are handling finance for the whole world, please make sure that you talk about your finances to your kids. See, it's easy to think, oh, I've always been managing my own money, so what is the problem? I can manage it for the rest of my life. No, you may not be able to manage it for the rest of your life. You may need help. You may need some help in managing that money. So if you are going to manage your own money, and there is no harm in seeking help, though it's not that you are going to be dependent on your children while managing your money, but seeking their help makes sense, because ultimately it is for their good that they should know where you have invested, etc. So talk and communicate about your money with your children. That's a sensible thing to do. Don't be very secretive, because your children find it very embarrassing to ask you, do you have enough money? Where is your money invested? Are you tax efficient? How are you going to transfer money from the father to the mother or the husband to the wife? Whom are you going to give the money to? Have you made a will? These are not questions that the kids will ask. These are the questions. These are the questions which the parent should ask in their head and convey to their children. Right? It's not that all children will blow the money just because you have it. Or tell them, look, I will take a decision on whether to give, when to give. Whenever each one of you buys a house, I'll give 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, whatever. If your children, if you need money for your children's education, I'm happy to help. Tell them all that, because there's no point in giving all the money to them when you die at the age of 92 and they are 72, right? They may need the money when they are much younger. So So communicate about money to your family, with your family. This will protect you against falling for too good to be true offers, right? I mean, one very shocking example we saw was the fixed deposits in Yes Bank got protected, but the 81 bonds did not get protected. This is very, very rare, and I think it's almost wrong for the government. They should have at least protected the individuals who went there. So I'm not getting into that controversy, but don't invest in banks with which on which your confidence level is low. I've got a lot of calls saying, is my money safe in IndusInd Bank? I have no clue, boss, because once the cockroach is never alone. When the bank comes and says, oh, we had this problem, you do not know. The kitchen sink will tell you how many more cockroaches are there. So for just getting 1% extra, I know one person must put all her money in IndusInd Bank and wondering whether it was a good decision. Of course, it was not a good decision. It does not matter which bank, but is there a need to put all your money? Let's say she got 1.25 crores and she put 1.25 crores in bank deposits and all of it in one bank. Does not make any sense. So don't fall for too good to be true offers. Don't communicate about money with your children. That's also very important. I think I can go on and on about this, so I will have to stop at some stage. Right. Another set of people are those who plan to work indefinitely. When will you retire? Oh, I will not retire. I will not lose my job. My job is very important. My company will not sack me. No, I know my owner very well. He's a sole proprietor. But if your sole proprietor decides to, I know one person who runs a shop who is about 78 or 80 years of age. It is his own shop. He behaves very rudely, sales are not happening. There is absolutely no economic justification for running that shop, because if he were to just sell off that shop and put that money in a bank fixed deposit, he would get much higher a return. Now, his employees are at risk, right? So tomorrow if he drops dead, I know his daughter will not run the shop. She will shut down the shop the next day. She hates it. It's the fact that she has to use her car and driver. Father has money. This is not a problem, but father does not like to spend. She has to use her car and driver to pick up the father from the office, from the shop, send him back, right? Look after the mother, everything she does, and she thinks it's a complete waste. The shop is worth a few crores and that cash will help. Not that she needs the cash, but that cash will help. But these are things which are happening. So don't plan to work indefinitely, even if it's your own business. Your children may not even realize that you're getting dementia. I'm not even getting into those problems. But if you plan to work indefinitely and you don't have enough savings to retire, something is wrong with you. It's a financial disaster. It is not just a financial mistake. And it is not, it's not very uncommon. Another retirement mistake which people make much earlier in life is to postpone that saving for retirement. Oh, kal kar dunga, parso kar dunga. What is the hurry? I don't think my father has not started saving for retirement. What is my hurry? I will save. What is, that kind of postponing. Husband and wife, both of you are responsible for your retired life. So sit down, plan, and plan for your retired life. Decide where to live, but buying the property you can do at the age of 60, right? You don't have to buy it at 50 and then wonder whether that was the best place to buy. In many cases, I know in case of Sringeri, you just can't sell. It is easy to buy emotionally, saying, oh, I will live there for the rest of my life. Maybe you live there from the age of 60 to the age of 70. It may be better off to rent instead of buying, right? So don't buy, and even if you buy on the day that you want to go. The house in which you want to live from 70 or say 65, 70 to 80 would be very different from the geriatric care which you may require from the age of 80 to 100 or rest of your life, right? Then also very many people, this is of course in the lower strata, and I do talk to policemen and all of them, and is borrowing money from your provident fund. They just don't let any money accumulate. So if you don't let money accumulate, what are you going to have for your old age, right? So, and also another case where when the minute they get some money, which is big money, right? So say a policeman retires with 10 lakhs. It's just pulled away by the kids. The kids take away buying, whether it's buying a TV, buying a fridge, buying a house, buying a car. Everybody has a requirement. Then the son-in-law wants to do business and the daughter says, oh, it's only 2 lakhs that he's asking, you've got 10. It's only 3 lakhs that he's asking. He's asking only for 50,000. He's asking only for 1 lakh, which we will repay in the next 2-3 years. This kind of money just dissipates. So know how to handle money, especially how to handle lump sum. 10 lakhs may look like a joke to you because you have 10 crores, but then 10 lakhs is big amount for a policeman who is retiring. Having first of all borrowing from retirement funds, and second not knowing how to manage the lump sum when you retire, both these can be disasters, and it happens. Another thing which don't declutter to the extreme, don't cut to your bones, right? Because you think, oh, I am living in the same house, I don't need to add to it, so what if the paint is a little frail, nobody comes to visit us. So yes, you get rid of the stuff that you accumulate, but you need some basic stuff, right? You have to keep that. If you are living in the cold parts of the country and you have carpet, and the carpet is just worn away at the edges and things like that, it could trip you, you could fall, and you try saving some penny and you could be found foolish, right? You could fall down, break your leg, and spend 4 lakhs recovering in a hospital. Who is going to run around in the hospital? So be careful about cutting costs, and maybe travel or all that, something you can cut, but cutting costs on essentials makes no sense, right? Another big mistake which I don't like at all is putting the kids first, spending for their education, overspending for their marriage and things like that, when you don't have enough for your own retirement. I think I've done enough number of mistakes, maybe 7 or 8. I have not counted. So thank you. Please hit the bell icon. Please subscribe. I want to increase the number of members, and I want to increase the number of women members more than even men members. Thank you.